I have 10 minutes to find out why do we procrastinate. We're going to write down the keynotes that we find right here. Yeah, start the damn timer. First, I want to start with what does the Bible say about procrastinating? Procrastination. Start here. We love the Bible on the side. We'll just go to the top. Frick it. Why not? The Bible commends hard work and industry and warns against sloth and slackness. Okay. I'm not seeing a lot of verses. I'm trying to see some verses for the Bible part. Maybe like 3. Come on. The way of the lazy man is like a hedge of thorns, but the way of upright is a highway. Okay. Contrast laziness with what the Bible says about diligent workers. The hand of a diligent will rule, but the lazy man will be put to force to labor. And the soul of a lazy man desires and has nothing, but the soul of a diligent shall be made rich. 3, just like I said. Copy that. Let's go to the notes. Bible verses. Shit. There we go. Okay. Let's say, why do we procrastinate? Bang. Reddit. Alright, we went on Reddit last time and they didn't even give like a horrible answer, so we might as well check, dude. Sometimes they hit, I guess. Body procrastinating is painfully in our best interest not to. Okay. The root cause of procrastination made the brain want us to say to pain, input, and keep it pleasures. We can make decisions with a different area of the brain. Because doing the work is more unpleasant than procrastinating. Right, much like how we're like discounting works. Our perception of time is messed up. We'd rather avoid the small pain of doing it, even if not having a bigger pain later, because we don't really think about the future. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Reddit is not hitting. It's like a snake eating its own tail or catch. 22. Like, how do I train myself to be disciplined or productive when I can't seem to stop procrastinating? I'm sure this article is good, but then I looked at the time and I realized, what? Is a result of lack of intrinsic motivation. I've heard of that somewhere before. To get myself to stay on the task, intrinsic motivation has more to do with the purpose of doing something and whether it resonates with who I think I am supposed to be. So yeah, I just made a video on purpose. There were days when I felt like I'm going to be focused doing work without worrying about any distraction or anything that derails me. However, I see myself putting things off when I have fixed schedule for the day. I realize it. Damn, so it's like, why am I listening to Reddit? Realistically, let me get off of Reddit. How has it been? How? Where did 4 minutes go, dude? Jesus. All sorts of reasons here, a few. Okay. I mean, all of these are honestly reasons, so I'm just gonna take it. What's this called? The focus course. Sure. Where's my notes? Damn. Bang. Okay. So, we know. Well, I guess I should probably look up the definition. Procrastination. Definition. For people who don't know, act of delaying or postponing something. Bang. How do we solve it is what I want to know. Prioritize tasks, break them into smaller steps. Okay. Smaller steps into a bigger one. To counterintuitive way to stop procrastinating. Let's see it. Lagging. Hopefully my OBS is not lagging. It lagged last time because I am a brick. Dude, it's already been 5 minutes. This is actually going way faster than I thought. Self-criticism. Self-criticism. Self-compassion. Okay. So this guy just wants us to be nicer to ourselves because we didn't do something that someone close to you was struggling with their goal or feeling down because they didn't work out the way they hoped. You would recognize that they were suffering and be kind and understanding toward them. That makes sense, honestly. I actually never thought of just being nicer to yourself. Can that make you stop procrastinating? I honestly. Okay, I'm gonna copy this. What is this? Greater good. Bang. Turning self-criticism is okay. Okay, yeah. So basically forgiving yourself when you do mess up. Let's go to a random. We're gonna go to 10, dude. What is going on that 10th page? At the very bottom. Okay, I had to pause for a second. I really gotta pee. Okay, I just went pee. Where were we? This one. Planning? I mean, honestly, planning. Procrastinators love planning quite simply because planning does not involve doing, and doing is the procrastinator's kryptonite. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I can resonate with that. I'll be planning hella shit and then just not doing it. Effective planning takes a big list and selects a winner. What is affecting? But planning must end. What is effective planning? What does that even mean? An icky item on icky. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what he's talking about. How to cure deep procrastination. 2011. God damn. 2011 was so long ago. Bro, I'm not even old, but low-key getting old. Deep procrastination rises above his essential. Deep procrastination, blah, blah, blah. Question of why. I'm not looking for why. I'm trying to look for the. How do we stop? First, devise a tentative answer to the following question: what makes a good life good? Foundation of what everything is built on. What makes a good life built? Yeah, I guess. I also had a similar question with that for the purpose video I just made. Second, decide how you experience at college can be leveraged to support the vision of a good life. Decide how your experience at college. What? Identify the set of specific student tactics that will help you succeed in this leverage. Oh my god, we got a minute, dude. I'm not gonna lie. None of these are good. This is actually going way worse than I thought. Guilt, declining, blah blah blah, understanding root causes. Holy shit, 50 seconds. Okay, how do we stop? Yep. Instead of relying on that, you can create a structured approach to your task. Here, forfeit the process, not the outcome. Brainstorming for 15 minutes is definitely not gonna help procrastination. I'm sorry. Realistic, if you're brainstorming, you're not doing shit. You're just thinking. Same thing as the last thing I said. Planning. You're not doing shit when you plan. Break big tasks into smaller. The opponent. What? Use rewards to feel. Oh, shit. What's the website? Shit. Alright. We're gonna end there. That timer is so fucking loud. Shut up. Alright. This is what we came up. Why do we procrastinate? And how do we fix it at the bottom? Right here. Okay. We're gonna start with Bible verses. We get shout out to Jesus. The way of the lazy man is like a hedge of thorns, but the way of the upright is a highway. What does this mean to me? Let's really think about this. The lazy man is like a hedge of thorns. So, you know, a hedge of thorns is hard to get through, and it hurts. But the way of an upright. So, what does he mean by upright? Someone who's doing good is a highway, and a highway is probably fast as shit, and it's a straight route. You know where you're going. Does that help me? Not really, but he is kind of telling you being lazy is gonna slowly kill you. Being upright, you just live better, I guess. Okay. The hand of the diligent will rule, but the lazy man will be put to forced labor. That is a tough bar, I'm not gonna lie. The hand of the diligent will rule, but the lazy man will be put forced to labor. Basically, if you're lazy, you're just gonna be a slave to society. Not like an actual slave, but you know, I'm not gonna get into that, to be honest. The soul of a lazy man and desires. What? The soul of a lazy man desires and has nothing, but the soul of the diligent shall be made rich. Huh. So the lazy person always thinks about what they want, but has nothing, and a diligent person shall be made rich. So it's kind of the same as the first one, being upright and diligent, just being a hard worker. Basically, you'll be rich in, you know, the way that the Bible talks about being rich. I'm sure it doesn't mean like money rich. I mean, it probably means more like life rich, like love and stuff. All right. From Focus Course. Okay, yeah, these are a few reasons why we procrastinate. Because we lack motivation. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I feel like all these are gonna be fair reasons. But yeah, lacking motivation can suck. But that's where discipline comes in, just like what the Bible verses are saying. Gotta have discipline, you gotta be diligent, you gotta be upright. There are other things we'd rather be doing. If there's other things you'd rather be doing, then you just need to get priorities straight, to be honest. And maybe you're focusing on the wrong, like maybe you're doing something different. Like maybe you should switch to something else if there's other things you'd rather be doing, because that's not loving your work. Like for these videos, yesterday I made a video, I got 0 views on it, and I was happy I made it, like, because with this too, like, it helps me, like, genuinely. Why do we procrastinate? I just spent 10 minutes finding out why do we procrastinate. It's not even like I'm uploading it for no one. Even if I get 0 views on this video, like, I'm helping myself, you know? So I, like, genuinely love this, and eventually I can help other people and make probably a decent amount of money doing it. It's not a bad trade. We don't know what the first step. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, yeah, we're afraid, easily distracted. We think we lack the resources to complete the task. That one hit me hard. I'm not gonna lie. I am a chronic procrastinator, and it's always because I think I'm not good enough. When realistically, everyone started like the same level, and everyone got over it. So just, you know, the project feels overwhelming. You just need to lock in. I don't even like. The project feels overwhelming. I'm not gonna lie. I don't understand like being overwhelmed. If something's overwhelmed you, just like, I don't know. I used to meditate a lot, so like, it's pretty easy to calm myself. If you're being overwhelmed, like, what advice can I give to someone being overwhelmed? I don't know. Maybe we'll do a video on being overwhelmed. But it's not really a problem that I have too much. Stubborn. I don't think I have that. We have a history of procrastinating, insane testing. History of procrastinating. I have a fucking major history of being a procrastinator and not finishing tasks. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so, definitely spelled that wrong. Holy shit. That was the worst I spelled it ever. Alright. How do we fix procrastination from greater good? So, if you procrastinate and respond with self-compassion, you'll be less likely to continue to procrastinate or engage in ways of thinking that make you feel worse about yourself and thus maintain a procrastination habit. Self-compassion can help diffuse the negative feelings and judgments that can make us want to avoid or abandon a challenging task. Honestly, I love that. I actually never really thought about that. Being nicer to yourself kind of makes you want to do it more, you know? Not hating yourself because you messed up. I never really thought about procrastination like that. Just being nicer to yourself, because when I procrastinate and I end up going to sleep without getting anything done, you tend to get really mad at yourself, at least me. So it's hard. It's definitely hard. I've tried like being nice to myself about messing up and like just not doing something, but yeah, it's definitely something I gotta work on. And the bottom, stop overloading yourself. That was the last. I had 10 seconds to put that in. 10 seconds to put that in. Like, stop overloading yourself. Actually, that's not even bad. Like, that's very simple and short. Like the last 10-second decision, but just stop complicating shit. Oh my god. I used to think I was doing so much work because I would plan things out for like the week. Oh my god, I'm gonna do this, then this, then this, and I'm gonna be rich, and then I'm gonna retire my family or whatever by 18. Just like, stop making it so complicated. Stop researching 15 different ways to start, 15 different reasons to do this, and then jumping to a completely different one because you don't think you have what it takes, which I've done many times. Stop making it complicated is what I read as the last one, instead of stop overloading yourself. Similar kind of, yeah. Just stop focusing on a bunch of different shit and just focus on one thing and climb one ladder, you know what I mean? Don't go to the top one ladder and then go all the way back down to jump to the next ladder because it looks shinier, you know? That was a tough. Whoa, someone quote me on that. Yo, I'm gonna come back. Oh my god, that was actually a tough quote. Damn, I love that quote. Yo. Alright. Shit. That's really all I got, so if there's anyone that's gonna comment on this video, let me know which videos you want me to do next. Also, debating, not really debating, it's like there's like a 10% chance I just shave all this shit off. I need y'all. Actually, I'm not even gonna get any opinions. Realistically, I might get one comment on this video. I don't know. I just want y'all to know. There's like a 5% chance I shave all this shit off. 5%. But like a month ago, it was like probably like 50. 5% now. It's definitely going down, but I was debating on it. But like, I low key like having something up here, even though it doesn't look like crazy good. But yeah, that's really all I got, bro. Catch y'all. Make sure you pray tonight. Catch you. Mwah.